you're from Chicago, this weekend, April 19th, Michael Jordan documentary finally comes out.
Waiting a long time for this. Thank you for moving up the release date. April 19th, parts 1 and 2 come out. The Schmo cannot wait. It only took them, 22 years to finally put out this documentary of the Bulls, the best dynasty in sports history. The Chicago Bulls of the 90s. The Schmo was a child, grew up outside there. We love the Bulls. We love Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
And speaking of being such a huge fan of Michael Jeffrey Jordan, what are your expectations for this documentary?
Big things, only big things. You got 10 episodes. You had a camera crew shadowing Michael Jordan and the Bulls throughout that entire 97-98 season. You're going to see a lot of conflict, a lot of motivation for what drives the GOAT in that team. I mean, they were an old team, one of the oldest in the NBA. No pressure, just do a second three-peat. You're going to see some raw, real steel emotion and some Zen Master stuff from Phil Jackson.
So we may see some emotion come out of the Schmo when you review the show, right?
What do you think of the Schmo doing some sort of review series, Helen? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, I mean, something like that. I'm sure the fans would love that because I certainly know how much you love Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I mean, look at this jersey. Turn it around.
It's a champion jersey. Now, Helen, you only know real basketball fans if they sport the champion jersey. Champion used to make all the NBA jerseys in the 90s. The best jersey. You got to bring that stuff back. None of this Nike, Reebok doing that stuff. The champion jersey's where it's at. The Schmo had his Bulls jerseys. We had a teal Grant Hill jersey. I know a lot of the listeners out there had some champion old school basketball jerseys.
Well, I should have wore my LeBron jersey. I actually have it hanging up in the closet.
You know, the Schmo almost didn't want to talk to you, Helen, when you once upon a time told the Schmo that LeBron's the greatest basketball player of all time. So naive of you. Not even close. He's number 2.
Well, after they beat the Warriors after that Game 7, which I'm sure you watched as well, I went to cover his after party.
It's a fantastic performance, but the last time I checked, Kyrie Irving hit a big shot.
He did.
And then Ray Allen hit a big shot for him in Miami. He's lost, 6 or 7 of these championships, LeBron, and only won 3. Michael Jordan, 6-0, never needed a Game 7.
Well, stay tuned. Let us know in the comments below if you want to see the Schmo review that Jordan documentary.
Be a good time. Reliving the Schmo's childhood quite a bit there. Can't wait for the documentary. Let's do that, Helen. We're going to do it. Regardless if you want to see it or not, the Schmo's going to do it. We got to keep ourselves entertained. What other sports are on TV these days?
Happy anniversary, the April 12th.
Appreciate that. The April 12th Schmoment.
Yes.
Anniversary with good old Uncle Dana White. Finally, the Schmo got to ask a question at the press conference. The rest is history, right?
Yes. The Schmoment of the Schmo was born to everybody.
Yes. That's when a lot of people discovered the Schmo for the first time.
But throughout this year, which, I mean, since then, it seems like obviously you've accomplished so much. I'm sure the fans are interested as well. Besides Dana, who were some of your most memorable interviews this past year?
Putting the Schmo on the spot right then and there.
Well, I got to hashtag for the fans, right?
Yes, well, if we're going to just stick to combat sports, is that what we're doing here? Because the Schmo loves covering his basketball, his baseball, and his football, too. All sports, Helen?
Yeah, all sports, but if you want to go over 5, like top 6, 7, or whatnot.
We're going to be leaving people out here,
Top 10.
Shh. Iron Mike Tyson, Henry Cejudo,
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder.
Yes. Don't want to leave anybody out.
Bill Walton.
Yes.
Basically everybody you love.
We love everybody. Even Chris Bryant at the very end getting into baseball. True. We did Jose Canseco sticking to the baseball thing. You put the Schmo on the spot, Helen.
I'm sorry. Well, you could put me on the spot now.
Name your top 10.
No, I mean, maybe about like other things we spoke to Polly about, me, David, and Polly.
Top 3 pizza restaurants you've ever been to.
Well, I did mention that Domino's has saved my life through when I ate that weed brownie
So
that
you're
one
gonna
time.
put Domino's in the top 3.
Well, because I have to be biased, it kind of saved my life because when I accidentally ate a weed brownie, it was on accident.
Sure it was.
No, it really was. I don't do any of that. And like I said in previous episodes, my mom would be pissed. But yeah, someone gave me a cookie. I'll eat.
All right, what are your other 2 then?
My other 2 would be, this is a tough one. Well, Naked City Pizza, because if you haven't tried the Helen Yee pizza, which Schmo, I believe you've tried once, right?
The Schmo, Helen.
Sorry, the Schmo. But it has French fries on top, pepperoni, sausage, bacon. It's freaking good.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
There, she answered the question. Let me just ramble off a few more names for you because you answered the question. We'll entertain it for the fans. Ben Askren, Jorge Masvidal at the Bears Elementary School. Jorge Masvidal.
That's true.
Yes, that's the important one. It was before he fought Ben Askren. It was in Florida. That was a really good one. We have to include that. How about Herb Dean?
That was great.
Herb Dean, we got to throw him up there. All right, how many is that now? Is that 5?
17.
17? Who else is there, Helen? We got to keep naming names.
There's so many. And I feel like
Bill Goldberg, wrestling. We got to throw him on there.
GSP.
GSP.
And we will say a fun fact. You've interviewed and trained with GSP way before your April Schmoment as well.
Yes, at the Enzo Gracie in New York City. In December of 2018, the Schmo trained with GSP and Faraz Sahabi with Tim Tam Power Massager, Tim Tam Modern Recovery for All. We did a little shoot there, and then we recovered together. Did some backflips with GSP, but the strength is real, ladies and gentlemen. For those who consider GSP the GOAT, the Schmo got to find out firsthand why.
Oh, let's not forget, though, Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson's on that list.